I was not expecting to make a video today, but with the new reveals and some potential reveals for the OP14 leaders, the 7 Warlord set that we're expecting to come out very soon, I wanted to give you guys all the updates and theory craft some decks for you guys, or not, well, deck specific. We're not going to have deck lists and all that stuff because we don't know that singles, like, we don't know what support's coming out, but I'm going to theory craft some ideas of what these potentially could have coming for us and what we could cook up. Now, 4 of these leaders are not guaranteed to be the true reveals. They're really interesting. I don't know. It's from some guy who kind of knows a guy kind of thing. So we're taking it with a grain of salt on those, but there are 2 major reveals that are guaranteed for sure, and I'm excited to share those with you for Boa and for Mihawk. Then we have the other 5 Warlords of the Sea. Bandai did mention that on the 30th they're doing an actual full reveal trailer, so we'll know the guaranteed leader effects. Those last 5 leaders are, again, not guaranteed to be Bandai's leaders. Those are just from, again, someone who knew somebody kind of thing, and it's not guaranteed. But we're definitely covering 2 authentic real leaders who already have been revealed, and the rest are kind of theory crafting some ideas for potential OP14 leaders. Again, these are not the leaders. This is potential leaders that could be coming out in OP14. I just want to clarify that for anybody who may be confused or concerned. Again, theory crafting here with proxy made leaders that aren't guaranteed to be real. They're from a guy who knows a guy, and we're kind of going off that idea, and we're gonna have some fun with it though today and talk about the 2 real revealed leaders. I'm excited, man. If you like, as always, like and subscribe. We're gonna do tons of deck profiles tomorrow. I have a vendor POV showing you buy sell trade One Piece cards where we did this mega $1,560 trade. So much is coming out on the channel, so like and subscribe. I got a lot of things cooking up. Now let's talk about these new and revealed leaders. With this, we're of course gonna start with Boa Hancock, a blue-yellow leader. This is coming from the official One Piece trading card community Discord that you can just join. I'll have a link down below actually, because there's like thousands and thousands of members in here, so there's a lot of stuff. They always have the updated reveals. So much goes on in this Discord. I absolutely love it. This is where most of your like YouTubers and stuff get all of their updates, and where you can get your updates. Now, this is going to be a Boa Hancock blue-yellow leader with 4 life, 5,000 power, Kuja Pirates, and 7 Warlords of the Sea. Has the ability opponent's turn, when your character is played, draw 1 card. So with that, we are a yellow deck, so I'm assuming, and we're all kind of assuming in this situation, that you're either playing cards through triggers. So we're going to be playing, you know, our opponent hits us, we trigger out a body, and then we get to draw a card. So we'd never really lose hand size. These bodies are just going to play out. It's going to say, if your leader has a Kuja Pirates type, play this card. That's going to be the trigger effect. So then you get to draw a card as if you never lost a life, or as if you never lost a card in hand, because a card that triggers out of your hand, well, out of your life, then would never hit your hand. So instead, you just get to draw a card. They may also have the ability to say, discard 1 card, play this card, so that then you just have the ability to draw a card. They can be generic support for other decks without saying, if your leader's Kuja Pirates, it can just say, like a Satori trigger, it can have something like that, and then play it, and then you draw 1 card. So then you go hand neutral, kind of, in a way. So that's what we're going to probably expect with Boa Hancock here with a yellow. We also have blue, so we usually play like some counter events that play characters from our hand to then draw cards. So if we use a counter event to counter out of an attack, we lose 1 card. Then we're playing a card with that counter event, that's 2 cards, and then we get to draw a card, meaning we only really lose 1 card in hand while also developing a board. That could be something really strong. Now, I'm not guaranteed on that side, because then you're kind of, your opponent just doesn't attack you. If you leave Dawn active, they're like, okay, why would I ever, you know, progress this situation? So I'm not as confident in that side, but the first side with the triggers I think is going to be very true. Has the Dawn ×1, so attach 1 Dawn, similar like a Nami. It says, once per turn, when one of your characters with the Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirate type with an original power of 5,000 or greater is KO'd, your opponent adds 1 card from the top of their life to their hand. So specifically, this does say KO'd, and this is very important. So to clarify, you can still bottom deck through cards like Gravity Blade and Red Rock. You can still trash like through cards like Ben Beckman. You have ways to still remove them. You can bounce them back to their hand. You have so many options other than KO. But what you don't have the option to do is actually attack into these bodies. Red is going downhill fast with only having Beckman to trash cards. Everything else mainly is a KO target. You know, like the 7-cost Newgates, 10-cost Shanks, 8-cost Rayleigh. All of those characters KO. Decks that are red will just be destroyed by a deck like this. Your opponent just forced you to take life, especially if you're a 4-life leader. 4-life red leaders are down bad. If you're like red blue Marco, dude, cooked right now if you're going against a deck like this. I think this leader is going to be kind of powerful and kind of not. I'm not 100% excited about it, but I'm not excited. Seeing OP13 it makes me a lot less excited for a leader like this. I mean, it really comes down to the support for all of these though, so take everything, like I said, with a grain of salt, because not everything's going to be guaranteed to be like the best deck or the worst deck. I'm excited to see what it does, and it all depends on the support. We've seen that with many other leaders. Sometimes, like Koala, expected to be one of the best decks ever, and we saw it really wasn't. And this is almost like a Koala remake with that secondary ability to make your opponent take life. So we're going to see if that works, because usually your opponent can play around it. Maybe they just play a little more aggro if this deck's really good. Maybe there's a lot of things to it. So that's all I have to say about Blue-Yellow Boa. I'm going to actually show you what the leader looks like. Let's get a little up close and personal. Now, I know some of you guys are going to like that a little too much, but this is Boa Hancock. This is what she looks like. I don't know if this is larger or not. We'll make it a little larger for you guys. I think the leader looks good. I think it looks really cool. Obviously, the kanji is not going to be there on the leader, like what it says on the right side. I believe it won't be. I can't like guarantee it, but I think that's just out of the magazine reveal or however they revealed the cards. That's what that is part of. So don't think that that's going to be there and like ruin the card art. That's probably going to be gone. But I think it's cool that you can see like the snake in the top left. I like how the art actually looks. I like Boa Hancock, not as much as I like Nico Robin. I'm not one of you like EBO3 simps, like let's go ahead and call you out, heroine set or whatever. You know, not my thing. You know, I'm not down bad like that. But if you are, hey, this is right up your alley. Now let's talk about a leader that everyone's wanted to see for a very long time. That's Draco Mihawk. If you watch the anime or, you know, follow the TV show or read the manga, whatever, you kind of know Fraud Hawk is out here. And I actually feel the exact same way about this leader as I do Fraud Hawk. Like, Mihawk has not actually done anything in the anime, and you see that through his leader ability as well. It says Draco Mihawk, 5 life, 5,000 power / attribute, and the 7 warlords typing. Only 7 warlords. You're not even Shigur Kingdom or whatever it is. It says, if your opponent's leader has a / attribute, this card gains plus 1,000 power. It's great in a green Zoro. It's great in a red Rayleigh, but decks that have these anti-X deck effects, like we talked about Koala earlier, Koala says you can't play 8 cost or higher, or characters that play characters you take a life. Leaders that have this kind of just stonewall those specific leaders, but the other leaders are fine. And Zoro's not even really hurt by this, because you're still swinging 8k into their leader. It's still a 2k, 1k out of your hand. Personally, I don't find this to be that strong. That first effect is really kind of down bad to me. Then the secondary ability says activating once per turn. You may rest one of your cards specifically, not Dawn. You can rest a 1 cost character. You can rest a 10 cost character. Whatever you need to rest, you can rest. That's on your board specifically, of course. It says if there's a character with a cost of 5 or more or greater on the board, that means you or your opponents. Now, specifically the resting card, you rest one of your cards. Then if you or your opponent has a 5 cost or higher, set up the 3 Dawn cards as active. Then you may not play character cards during this turn. So we can run counter events or events specifically, because we are a / leader that has / searchable cards that search up events like Electrical Luna and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see if those can work in the deck, because I mean, you're specifically restanding 3 Dawn, so maybe Luna is like an amazing card for this deck. Maybe there's counter events we're getting that are going to really help with this. But personally, I'm not loving this leader at all. Only setting 3 Dawn as active is not crazy. We have Red Green Smoker that resets 2 very easily. It's a lot more aggressive, has a better card pool. It gives plus 1,000 to your entire board. Like, it does so much more than this, and that was in OP10, one of the worst sets ever. We're going off of OP13 with Emu, Red Blue Ace, and all these other decks, and you're giving me this? This is what you want to give me for Mihawk, man? I'm not in love with it. I think this leader is not good. I also don't think the Boa is crazy. I think it's more mid-tier of the leaders I've seen, but we'll talk about the rest in just a moment. This is going to be your Mihawk card art. Now, this does look great as well. Again, kanji is not going to be there, so you're not going to have to worry about whatever it says. It probably just says like Mihawk or Greatest Swordsman or whatever they say for Mihawk here. Fraud Hawk, as you may know him as I know him. This guy looks really cool. I think the alt art's going to look awesome. We actually do have a like sliver of the alt art I can maybe show you, but I'm running this together pretty quick, so maybe not. Maybe I will. I don't know. Depends on how quickly I want to get out this video. This card, it looks cool. It's Mihawk. Everyone's excited for Mihawk, but everyone's going to be let down. So that's what I'm expecting with this leader. It's cool. It's not great. Now we talk about these leaders. These are the leaders that were like not guaranteed to see anything. I'm actually going to make it smaller real quick for you guys. While we do this, we are still in the Discord, but these are leaders that aren't guaranteed. These are actual like leaders with effects already in English, so that doesn't sound right because they weren't revealed in English. There was only 2 specifically revealed, so these are the ones you have to take with a grain of salt, but they are 7 warlords, and these are not the actual card arts or anything like that. This is from somebody who knows somebody kind of thing, like I said. So we're gonna, again, take these with a grain of salt. It's not guaranteed, but I could easily see these being the actual leaders because of the effects we've seen. It says, activate main, you may trash 1 card from your hand. Give up to 2 rested Dawn cards to one of your Fishman or Merfolk type leaders or characters. So we're going more into the Fishman Sun Pirates blue archetype, which we haven't had any support in blue before, that I know of at least. So for me, like, I like green Jinbe. I don't think I'm vibing with the blue Jinbe here. I don't think this is going to be very good. It's supposed to be 7 Warlords, but also not. We have enough 7 Warlords, just blue leaders. We have blue Boa Hancock, we have blue yellow Boa Hancock, we have blue Doflamingo, we have blue Crocodile, we have blue purple Crocodile. We've got enough blue 7 Warlords. This is the one leader that I'm like, I hope this isn't real. All the other ones are kind of neat. They're different, they're cool. For me, I kind of hate this. Just discard a card to give 2 Rested Dawn. Like, Jewelry Bonnie from OP13 gets that for free. So personally, Jinbe, I think it's really down bad. 5 life blue leader with the 7 Warlords, Fishman, and Sun Pirates type. Support here would have to be really good. I'd have to say, oh, when you attach 2 Dawn to a character or leader, draw 2 cards for one of the characters. That would be absurd. Then at least you're trashing 1 and drawing 2, so you have like a blue Marco effect, but you're drawing more cards, and you would need some strong effects like that also have when attacking effects. Like, hey, if you attach 2 Dawn to this card, it gets Rush. That would help a lot of other decks as well. And then, you know, using that with this and pairing it all together could be strong. Is that what's going to happen? Probably not. I don't know why we're getting Rested Dawn in blue anyways. I don't know why we got it in yellow. Like, this is all a green and red thing. I don't really get it, but hey, you know, do your thing. Do your thing, Bandai. Do your thing. Now, here is Red Trafalgar Law, and this is one of my favorite leaders, not because of the effect, but just because of who he is. I'm a big Trafalgar Law fan. If you don't know that, I have a Trafalgar Law back here. I have the, this is not the OG pre-errata, but I do have a PSA 10 of the leader from OP01. I also have the pre-errata Luffy and the post-errata Luffy back here, but that's just me flexing at this point. It says, activate main once returned, set 2 of your Supernova or Heart Pirate type characters, or select 2 of your Supernova or Heart Pirate type characters, swap the base power of the selected characters with each other during this turn. This is going to be absolutely absurd, and I have so much to talk about with this leader of what I expect. This is one of the leaders I have the most, like, main theories on, and I think you're not, I don't know if you would, you know, that's how I'm feeling. So what I think is it's going to be like a 2-cost character with like 8,000 power that says this card cannot attack. That is literally just all it is. It's a 2-cost, 8k power brick. Absolutely no ability on the board at all, but then you're going to get 5-cost cards that have like 2,000 power, but absolutely absurd abilities. Like, it's going to do stupid stuff like this card gets Rush and then attach 3 Dawn to your leader or something like that. It's a red deck specifically. This is specifically just red. It's going to be aggro, and that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting low-cost characters with high power and the inability to attack, while that also search through the deck. So, cost 8k. Look at the top 5, grab this card. A 5-cost or higher, or a card with 2,000 or less power, or something like that, where you're having to play a pairing of low-cost, high-power, and high-cost, low-power characters so that you can equally swap them as much as possible. I'm not expecting a big 10-cost character in this deck because 10 cost would kind of go against what the deck's doing. To have to, in the deck like this, you're going to have to play 2 characters at the same time, especially if there is removal during this time frame, because if they remove your 2-cost character, you're kind of cooked. If you're going against a deck that has power-based removal, this deck is really down bad. And we saw that with Red-Green Law in the past. That's what kills Law every single time. Yellow-Green Law, Red-Green Law, all those decks just fold to removal, and I think they did it again with this leader and what I'm expecting to see with it. So I think that's enough cooking for this one, like a minute and a half of talking with this Law leader. I'm excited to see what they do make. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but that's what I would expect. I would expect, again, 3 cost 7k, 2 cost 8k, like a higher chance of being removed, but a higher power due to that and the inability to attack. Again, not being able to attack is very important because the whole idea is that you swap them, or like it'll say, if this card has more than 5,000 power, it cannot attack, you know? Have something like that to nullify itself from having the ability to attack. Now let's look at Black Smoker. This is another, or Black Crocodile. Why did I even say Smoker? We're getting another Crocodile leader. We have blue-purple, we have blue, we have purple-yellow, now we get Black Crocodile. When do we get a Brook leader? Never. This leader says all of your opponent's characters cannot be removed from the field by your effect. So you can't play removal in a black deck. I love this. I hate removal in black decks. I hate cost-based removal. That is absolutely absurd. It's been miserable for so many sets now. I love that it's down bad. Hey, Pete from Locals, I love you, buddy. I'm glad you can't play this deck. Activate main once per turn. You may KO one of your characters with the Baroque Works type. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 10 cost during this turn. Then you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck. Now, this effect is really awesome. I actually really like this because it's limiting the ability to remove cards, but also giving you power reduction. Something is going to happen with this power reduction. I think we're going to have the ability to freeze characters, personally. That's what I would expect. We're a black 5-life leader that can't KO cards. So I'm expecting freezing cards, like stopping them from attacking, like Hotch Couture Patchwork kind of effects. If you know that card, it gives -3 to a character or something like that. And then if it's a 0-cost character, it cannot restand. So it's similar to like a Carrot or a 10-cost Dofi. I'm expecting things like that with the Baroque Works typing. I think that would actually be really cool and unique. I think it'd be fun. It'd be different for sure for Black. And I'm excited to see it, I'm going to be honest, because, again, a non-removal Black deck is going to be fun and enjoyable other than Emu. Screw Emu. Actually, just screw Black. Like, the color card pool in One Piece sometimes is just miserable, and Black is one of those leaders that I mean, colors that I just don't really like to deal with. Emu is going to be one of those as well. Not the point here. I will say, so far with the leaders we've gone through, I don't think any of them can post up against Ace. I don't think any of them really post up against Emu. Like, I don't think this can take on Emu at all. Unless it says give -10 cost to a character, your opponent cannot play characters at all next turn. I think they're cooked, because Emu is just that good. I'm excited to see what support this actually gets to go with the -10 cost. If this is the ability that it actually gets, it'll be different. It'll be different, interesting, and I'm excited to see what they like to go with. Now this may be the best leader. This may actually be the best leader who's going to be boxing everyone in the next set. The activate main, it's a black-yellow leader, right? Gecko Moria, 7 Warlords type. It's got the Thriller Bark Pirates type, so it can use the new 6-cost 7k Gecko Moria playing cards from the trash. It can also use the Thriller Bark Stage, which plays 2 costs for just resting 1 Dawn, so you like rest 1 Dawn, trash 1 card from your hand and play out a 2 cost or something like that. And then you get to use this first ability. That says activate main, once per turn, you may KO one of your Thriller Bark Pirates type characters, any cost, any power, any ability. Your leader and all your characters gain plus 1000 during this turn. So it's like old school Magellan, where when you went Dawn -1, you get plus 1000, but it does it for the whole board. So you just play out a 2-cost character, KO it to get rid of it. It has an on-KO effect of some sort because you're specifically KOing it. Remember that. This is going to activate all on-KO effects. So cards that are Thriller Bark Pirates type with KO effects actually activate. Kind of absurd there, and I hope they do something really cool with a 2-cost character that has a strong on-KO to kind of cycle out over and over again, but that's not the point. Anyways, your leader and all of your characters gain plus 1000. That's just strong. We're playing an aggro black-yellow deck. It's not like a black-yellow Luffy. It's its own thing, and I'm excited, dude. This leader actually kind of cooks. I'm just tempted to like already start theory crafting, because being able to play an 8-cost or the 6-cost Gecko Moria into yellow, you know, you can bring back Kikinojo and all these other cards. Like, there's other options now to actually pull from with that Gecko Moria other than just black and green from Thriller Bark Pirates leaders like Perona and Gecko. The new Gecko kind of cooks. Then it has the win attacking effect. Trash 3 cards from your hand. Yes, 3 cards from your hand. Add 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. Now this also kind of cooks. I like that it has a large cost. 3 cards is a lot. That's 2k, 2k, 2k. You're getting out of a 10k attack, potentially. Obviously, that's all theory crafting, but you're getting out of a 10k attack. So to get 1 life, to get out of a 10k, the math doesn't really math unless you need it in specific situations. So I like that they made it where you're not using this every single turn. If it was just discard 1 card, gain a life, that's cooked. That is beyond cooked, actually. So for me, I'm actually really happy about this. Maybe if they have a card that says when you trash cards, you may instead draw that many cards back, similar to a blue Kuzan, to kind of counteract the ability. That'd be kind of broken, but maybe they do something like that. But I do like that secondary effect. It's just when attacking, trash 3 cards, gain a life. Simple, easy, and I think it would work in the yellow card pool without breaking the game, especially if we can like get down red, blue, ace, and Emu a little bit, like knock them down a peg. Using stuff like this would be really cool. I'm excited to see what we can do with Gecko Moria. Let's go on to the next leader. Now we have Don Quixote Doflamingo, another one of the 7 Warlords. Let me see, how many of these Warlords have we actually gone over so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 7. This is the 7th Warlord of the Sea, because it's the 7 Warlords. Most sets only get, what, 5 or 6? Most sets get 6 leaders nowadays. The first 3 sets did get 8 leaders, specifically to build up the game and the card pool and everything you can pull from. But now we're getting a 7-leader set. We haven't gotten this in so freaking long. We've had sets with 3 leaders like EBO1. We've had sets with 1 leader like PRB1 and EBO2. Now we're getting a 7-leader set again, and I'm excited for more leaders. On opponent's attack, once per turn, Don -1, select one of your leaders or one of your Don Quixote pirate type. Change the target of this attack to the selected card. Bro, we're getting Okamawe into just a leader effect? You gotta be kidding me. This is crazy. I am so excited for this, because this is the one leader that actually already has good purple support. We already have Don Quixote Rosinante, or a Doflamingo purple support. We have the Rosinantes, the 8-cost Dofis. Like, there's so many cards already to put into this. We already have a Sugar Searcher. Like, we're just adding a little extra. We almost already have a layer built for this Doflamingo, and we just have stuff to add on top of it. So if this is truly the leader ability, It's like Bonnie, but different. It's Bonnie in purple. I'm excited. This absolutely cooks as a leader. I think this is probably the best leader we saw out of the set. This and potentially Gecko Moria could be good. I'm hoping. Most of the leaders, though, I'm going to say altogether, kind of down bad. OP14, it's looking like an OP12 or an OP10 or an OP8 or an OP6. Any of the 2 leader sets, like every other set is always good. This is looking like one of those sets where we're kind of like, there's not enough support here. There's not enough stuff going on. So personally, this is probably the best leader in the set. Oh, Come My Way is just that good. That's why it's so leader locked. It just broke works type leaders. And now that we're getting on the Doflamingo, I'm excited to see what we can cook up. Because obviously I can make you attack into a big power character and the attack is just nullified. So it turns maybe, hey, I have an 8k blocker. Now you have to attack my 8k blocker through my leader ability, and then I get to block out a second time. So it doubles the power of my blockers. That's absolutely absurd. Or, hey, you're attacking me for 15k, Dawn -1, attack this 1 cost body instead. Just absolutely ignore you. Like, I don't have to worry about your big body boy swings. I can just block out, and then attack this little guy. Sure, why not? And so I think a skilled pilot is going to be able to cook up something amazing with this deck. I'm a big Doflamingo guy. Law and Doflamingo. Favorite 2 characters in the whole One Piece universe. It's probably those 2. Third is probably Kuma. Kuma, Jinbe. Those are probably my 4. Vegapunk 5. Like, I have a weird top 5. I know. Doflamingo, Law is kind of basic. Jinbe, weird. Kuma, you get it if you've watched the show. Yeah, I don't know. Vegapunk, you just know because I'm a Vegapunk player. Anyways, this leader cooks. I think this is the best leader in the set. Personally, hands down, Oh Come My Way is just that good. Putting on a leader effect is absolutely absurd. And if this is what the alt art looks like, this is a fire alt art. This is a good alt art right here. This is actually true. All the other ones, they look fan-made. They don't look that good. But this one, this cooks. I really don't like the Gecko Moria. I don't like the Jinbe. I like this. I like this a lot. So Bandai, learn from whoever made this. If this is really what the leader does and what it looks like, I would recommend using this. Anyways, that's all the new 7 Warlords leaders. And like I said, take it with a grain of salt. None of these leaders are guaranteed to be the official leaders because we're kind of just cooking up and seeing what someone posted. Like I said, kind of knows a guy who knows a guy. I'm hoping all of this is real. Well, some of them I'm hoping aren't real because they're just so dog shit. But most of them I'm hoping are real because it's a lot of fun and I'm excited to get the new theory crafting already out for you guys. EBO3's so far away for us, but I'm already like thinking so far ahead into the future. We need to start doing some OP13 stuff on the channel. So we're going to do an OP13 Vegapunk and some Red Blue Ace next week. So I hope you're excited for more OP13. Like I said, vendor POV coming out. I'm making a video on how to grade your One Piece cards because I have a huge PSA submission going out very soon. So I hope you're enjoying all the new content, and I hope you're learning something from me. I hope to meet you at a card show one day, PAL Productions card shows in North Carolina, or when I travel to these collecticons when I'm able to. I would definitely love to meet you there. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this theory crafting because I definitely did. Peace.